What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I'm back again with another video. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Rivah. It's very nice to meet you. Before we get into this video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. And as I always say, make sure you guys leave your comments in the comment section down below. It does not matter how you feel about this video. We all want to talk about it. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my Instagram. It's at RIVAH _ JORDON, and we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the video. This is the last of the series of that I'm reacting to with Lapeef, with Melanie King in regards to these videos that were sent to my Instagram DM. This is another piece of the puzzle that a lot of people really wanted me to react to based off of the last video that I reacted to. So we're just gonna go ahead and just jump right into the video.
One at a time.
Hey,
hold on.
Hey, I've been quiet. You can talk the whole time. So look, I want to say, Miss Melanie.
Possible.
I got you next, Kayla.
Hold on, Kayla. Miss Melanie, this is what we need in the. This is what we need in the Black community. This is what I was saying to you earlier. No matter woman or not, we should all hold each other accountable. I thank you. I need your cash app. Cause I'm finna do the no. I know you finna say I'm finna do the Michael Jackson on your cash app. Let me see them titties. Not your titties.
Wait.
Not your titties, but the song.
Wait.
Let me see them titties.
What? Exactly.
We need that. Go ahead, JR. Play them. Let me see them titties.
Do not play that.
No, but I mean, she's right.
Shout out to JR for not playing that song. Okay, awful timing. However, also, you know, he's saying that this is what so in the first video when I reacted, he's saying that this is what they were asking for, right? This is the accountability they were looking for. Now, let me tell you what I think about this. So when Melanie, you know, was talking about this whole situation, Anton and Kay were having dialogue. Melanie is the one who said, you know what? I think that we should just bypass it. I think that's the whole issue. You see, she would have never said like, oh, I think we should bypass this, or I think we should just, you know, what did she exactly say? I can't remember. Did she say something like, let bygones? No, she didn't say bygones be bygones. She said something like, oh, agree to disagree. So when she said that she thinks that we should just agree to disagree, I think that's when people were like, hold up, we can't agree to disagree when somebody is wrong in a situation. We can't agree to disagree in that aspect. So I think that's the part where things veered a certain way. Because if she never said that and she just allowed the dialogue, they wouldn't have been asking her to hold Kay accountable for anything, because it was nothing. There was no conversation where she should have had to interfere. You know what I'm saying? Because Kayla, Q, you know, they were just kind of sitting there, part of the conversation. But Melanie is the one that said, okay, like, you know, let's just go ahead and agree to disagree. And they were like, no, there is no agreeing to disagree, because that's saying that both parties can possibly be right. And we know for a fact that in this situation, she's not.
Hold on. I want to get to Kayla because she hasn't said nothing yet. Go ahead, Kayla.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And the floor is yours.
Kayla.
Okay. I don't even know where to start, because
I don't know if you guys were watching too, but Kayla, at one point when I was doing the reaction, I was trying to stay focused and not laugh, because Kayla was like chewing something and like the eyebrows were like she like pulled out the popcorn for the moment. Like Kayla and Q were really just like sitting there, just like taking it all in.
You know, I've been wanting to say stuff, and there's not been any space for me tonight, and I don't have the energy to try, right? As far as what's transpired the last 10 minutes or so, okay, so let's start with Kay and Melanie, right? I see both sides, right? Now, Kay, I get where Melanie's coming from, because there are times, you know, long-winded, you know, sometimes when you're explaining things, it's her first time on the show. She's not used, she doesn't know you yet, you know. You feel me?
Understandable. Okay, so I think that's respectable for sure, because everybody looks at Kay and Kayla like, these dynamic duo that, you can't say anything about one because the other one's going to come for you. So the fact that Kayla herself is saying, Kay, that is true. Like, sometimes you do get long-winded, you do cut people off. Like, that is that, she's not wrong for her observation. And I think that was fair for her to say, because that means that she's not just saying one thing. She's being balanced with her feedback. And I think that's extremely important.
And then, but Melanie, I will also say that you did the same thing. When you came at the beginning of the show, you were going on and on and on for a minute, like Kay has been doing. Maybe not with all, because Kay is dealing with someone that she knows, so that it's more emotional when her and Rilla start getting into it. But when you first got here, you were going on and on and on, like she does sometimes as well. And I also will have to agree with her on the one part that she said that I felt like she said,
nope,
in terms of you wanting to have a moment. Because when Anton was trying to hold you accountable to holding her accountable, you went, oh no, let's just agree to disagree, blah, blah, blah. And then you switched up and started doing that later. I don't know if you, like she said, read the comments or not, because I did see a lot of that stuff in the comments. And then all of a sudden you popped up with new energy. So I see where.
Let me tell you one thing I learned. One thing that I learned, especially in regards to being on the show, Lapeef, when you get caught up in the comment section, you can start to portray yourself in a way that's pleasing to the people who are seeing certain behaviors or certain things from you within the comments, if that makes any sense. So, I didn't watch the live stream, so the comments, they all have talked about the comment section before. Kay said something about the comment section, like, oh, I think you saw the comments and now you're trying to fix it. Because, it's one thing when you're doing a video, but when you're on a live stream and you're having dialogue with somebody, and then there's viewers who are in the comment section. You have all types of viewers. You have trolls, you have people who support you, you have people who are indifferent and don't know anybody and are just talking. But if people see a certain behavior and they call it out, I can assume that Melanie felt maybe overwhelmed. So, the fact that Kayla is saying this, I don't know if you guys have noticed through all of these videos, I'm giving a balanced take, but I'm also giving you guys feedback as a viewer as well, right? But if, in the sequence of videos, they asked her to be accountable, and then she then called Kay out. No matter if it's because she got tired of Kay at the end of the day, no matter if she was influenced by the comment section, people can form their own opinions because she didn't do that before and she did that after. And again, I want to say this one more time. She wouldn't have been in that particular situation if when Anton and Kay were talking, she didn't say, you know what, let's just stop and let's just agree to disagree. If she never said that, she wouldn't have been a part of that whole conversation anyway to begin with.
Both of you guys are saying, because Kay, you do have to give other people space when we have such a big panel, which we don't usually have, this many people, but when we do have a big panel, you have to give other people space.
Agree. I agree.
And then, Melanie, like I said, I don't know you. So that, per my observation, I've just been sitting here not saying anything this whole show. That is what I observed. Now to the question, right? Because let's get back.
So she's saying, yeah, Kay, don't do that. You shouldn't do that because you have been taking up a big portion of the entire conversation, and she's new and she, is allowed a chance to speak as well. So with her saying that is saying that maybe, with Kayla saying that, it's also saying, okay, maybe she really did get frustrated and that's why. Again, there's so many things that can be speculated because of the accountability coming after she was called out by Logic. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was a very balanced and fair conversation that Kayla had. What do you guys think about that in the comment section? What do you guys think? Do you think that she, what do you guys think about that?
The subject, if we can, so we can get some colors in here, right? Mm-hmm. So if your preference is not your skin color, is that a form of self-hate? I think that it can be. there is a subsection of people where this can apply. There are people that have internal issues. There are people that we are programmed in this country, especially as of late, the last 10 years, interracial relationships are a part of marketing and programming. So I can understand why someone would have this preference and it not necessarily be rooted in self-hate. That's just what they like. That's just what they want. But then there is a subsector where it is. So we can't say that, no, there are no people that this applies, because that's not true.
So, okay, so this goes back to the last video. I agree. I agree with Kayla that this does apply to some people. Kay said the same thing. I do agree that this does apply to some people. But I think that the bigger conversation, and the reason why Melanie was going against it in the last video, was because does it happen? Yes, but is it enough people to necessarily even talk about on the greater scale when it comes to all of Black men? Probably not. Like, I think that was the bigger deal, that it's probably not enough people to make that assumption, even though, or you know, have that rhetoric, even though it can absolutely be true. But I think they just wanted to keep it to the greater majority of situations, because a lot of people, you know, that's the whole point of the conversation when it comes to Black men dating out or having preferences, light skin, dark skin, whatever it is, that a large percentage of people like what they like, and a large percentage of people go off of their experiences with certain people, and so, you know, to say that a big portion of that is self-hatred, I think that's where everybody was kind of like, okay, no, because that's spreading this whole thing that it's mainly that, which we know it's not true.
It's not true. There are people that do have self-hate issues and that will not date anyone that even remotely looks close to themselves, which is very strange, right? So I think there's two sides of the coin. There's so many different people out here. So we can't make this whole blanket statement based on our personal experience, whether all the men in our family are great. That doesn't mean all the men out here are great, or whether, you know, I know someone that, you know, does internalize some type of self-hate in their dating profile, where there are people that just don't. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different people out here. So I think in terms of the question, referencing that group of people that does exist, right, the answer would be yes. For everyone else, the answer would be no. And I will yield because...
So, right. So, but the thing is, again, do those people exist? They do exist, but I don't think that it's a greater majority. I think that would be like a balanced conversation, you know, an answer, which I feel like she said, but, you know, to kind of summarize that.
Okay. A lot of energy tonight. You know, I don't even know, but go ahead, y'all.
Look at Q.
Bring the tub in right now. We need it right now.
Wait a minute, hold on, Miss Melanie. Listen, man. I need to drop that Cash App or something.
Why you got the scarf over your mouth, Rilla?
I know. Listen, Miss Melanie. First of all, you don't look 40, so congratulations and salute to you. That means a lot of water and less stress. And I know what it means for you to be able to come in the Lions Den and deal with us on the Thursday. So salute to you.
I will say it absolutely can be the Lions Den. Absolutely can be the Lions Den for sure. So I appreciate them for appreciating that. I know that they're being funny about the Cash App thing, like drop the Cash App, you know, and I think it's more of, you know, that rhetoric is more of just because somebody came and like went in on Kay in a way that she goes in on other people. And I think people really appreciated the fact that she kind of like got a dose of her own medicine, you know? So I think that's why people were, you know, genuinely like applauding it. But at the same time, I do feel like, I said this in the first video, that there are ways, you can hold people accountable in ways that are not offensive, disrespectful. You know, the truth is already offensive. But when you're holding somebody accountable, you don't always have to go to what they do to respond back to them. you can do it in a manner that is still fit and suiting to the person that you are as well. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be such a combative thing, you know? And I think that dialogue is best with people who don't view things the same way, when they can have, like, you know, a good conversation about it, instead of you're now combating me, and now it's like, oh, I'm used to this kind of combat with regular people, so you're just a regular person just like me, so, you know, I'm already tuned out. I'm not going to listen to anything that you have to say. And I don't think that growth lies in that space.
Zelle, PayPal, you got to give us something, sister.
Well, I'm good. I'm straight financially. I'm not. I can't take that.
I'm gonna drop the link to your channel in the chat. You good? I
appreciate it. And like I said, you know, it's the retirement home over here for me, because I got 2 kiddos this week, and so I told JR before I had to bow a little bit early, but I enjoyed this discussion, and I just want to say I don't have any ill will towards Kay. You know, it got heated for me, and I would just I'm sorry, Kayla, and just I'll just quickly respond to Kay. What she had to say was just like, did I want my moment? I think I've lived a full life. I've had moments. Kayla? Sorry, respond to Kayla. I apologize. Okay. No, look at JR. I'm responding to.
Look at JR. Immediately as she talked, as Kay opened her mouth, look at the stress. Look at the stress. Look at Rilla's brows right now. Okay? Look at Kayla's face. Everybody's like, oh, here we go again.
Okay. What she said about when she was kind of given a summary of what she thought about our interaction.
Kayla?
I'm sorry, Kayla.
Yeah, my name is Kayla.
Yeah, Kayla, that's what I said. You. Yeah, I'm addressing you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm addressing Kayla with you and I, Kay. Remember, we kind of got into it, and then she addressed that. So that's...
Yeah, I don't think that was hard to understand. I think she was saying that, you know, Kayla addressed the fact that, you know, she thinks... Kayla said, like, you know, she doesn't know if she was trying to, like, make up for lost times, have her moment, whatever, and she's trying to direct the conversation to Kay about that moment.
Addressing. So it's just weird that I just find it, like, I've lived a full life. I'm not going into every detail of my life, but let's just say I didn't come on this show because I was looking for a moment to get somebody on YouTube. I'm not sure what service that would provide me, or what. I'm not. I mean, I don't even think like that. I'm assuming some people do, but I don't think like that. I don't need this for validation, or, you know, I have a purpose in life. I know what God has set me on, and what's for me is for me, and so I don't go for gotcha moments. When you saw me respond more, and this is why I gave context, I talked about my father, because I said earlier in the show, I don't really. The reason why I was trying to shut things down earlier for the earlier topic, it was something I didn't really care about. On a deep level. I thought it was discussed enough. It was just getting into argument, and it wasn't really a topic that was, you know, that really reached into me. I think all of us have felt like that in conversations, or probably on the panel. You felt like some things hit you more than others. So,
but that's kind of like the issue that came. That's the issue, because she's saying that, you know, she felt like it wasn't necessary to keep talking about. They just kept discussing it. They were arguing. But I think as a guest, if you're not going to be a part of that dialogue or that rift, then you kind of just have to be cool and calm and allow that rift to just continue, because you are a guest, you know? And that's just me being completely honest, because, again, I realized where this whole thing went left is Anton and Kay were talking, and then Melanie says, I think we just have to agree to disagree. So she's saying that she basically did that because she just was tired of the conversation and she wanted to move on to something else. But in trying to shut them down and moving on, all the eyes and stuff went to her, like, ho, what do you mean you don't want to do this? Or what do you mean you don't want to do that? Because if we're over here putting her in her, place, if we're over here telling her about herself, and you're saying you want to agree to disagree, are you siding with her? Or are you siding with us? Like, it became an even more combative moment, I personally feel like, when that situation occurred. So, you know, she's saying that it didn't interest her, but at the same time, if they were in the middle of having a discussion, you know, they're used to each other. If they're talking it out, I mean, I think just like, again, her saying agree to disagree is what caused this entire dialogue between everybody.
Question hit me more. That's why they gave the context about my father, because I hate generalizations about black men. And that's where you saw my passion. I'm a passionate person.
I understand.
And right.
I
So it
understand.
wasn't like a gotcha. I'm saying, I just think it's like, what makes you so important that I need to come to you to challenge you to get clout?
But I don't. So this is a part that I don't agree with, because I don't feel that she was saying you had to come on this show to purposely argue with me to get clout, because that's not what she said. What Kay did say was that, Logic called you out for not holding other women accountable, which is in Kay, and now that they called you out, now you're trying to save face and call me out at this point. So I don't think that she was necessarily saying that she came on the whole platform just to argue with Kay, just to get clout. I don't think that was inaccurate, response back to what Kayla was saying or what Kay is saying.
He speaks to more of an elevated estimation of oneself to say, I need to come on here to challenge you to get clout. So it's just a weird.
Okay, so she said that you have to check yourself if you think that somebody's, it's all about you, basically, if the world is revolving around you, because that's not what the situation was, that's what she's saying. But I can I can understand what Melanie said about the generalization. I think that's the whole point. Just like what Kayla said, are there people who do have that internalized problem within themselves and think white is right and stuff like that, and they purposely don't date people that look like them because of that mindset? Yes. But is that a large enough portion for us to even have conversations about? Probably not. And making that generalized statement can cause people to believe something that is not true, especially because we don't have the facts, the numbers, the statistics. We don't, as Melanie said in the last video, we literally don't have any of that information. But do we know they exist? Of course we know that. And that's on both sides, men and women, So, but let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I generally want to know what you guys think about this video, what you guys feel about the opinions that everybody had. What do you guys feel about Kayla's take on the entire conversation? And just let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you're not subscribed to this channel, hit that button. Give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my Instagram. It's @RIVAH_JORZON. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Mwah. Love you.